And we kick it off with a major jolt in the race for president. First poll since the last Republican debate shows a big shakeup now on the campaign trail. Hi, everyone. I'm Gretchen Carlson. Happy Monday. This is The Real Story. Controversial comments about Muslims exploding now. Both Dr. Ben Carson and Donald Trump facing fire over the role of Muslims in America. And some real movement today as the candidates watch their poll numbers surge, sag, or slide. Meantime, on the campaign trail, Jeb Bush appearing today in Texas and then Iowa. Marco Rubio is in Georgia. Hillary Clinton whipping through Louisiana and Arkansas after insisting over the weekend she is a political outsider. Senior political correspondent Mike Emanuel wrapping it all up for us, and he's live in Washington. So, Mike, what is the state of the GOP race, and what did Dr. Carson say?
Well, Gretchen, the latest poll shows all political outsiders leading the Republican race at this stage. Donald Trump is still the leader in the latest CNN ORC national poll, but has dropped 8 points to 24% support. Carly Fiorina has rocketed to second place after the CNN debate with 15%. Dr. Ben Carson has slipped to third with 14%. Senator Marco Rubio, after what was widely seen as a solid debate performance, is fourth at 11%. And Jeb Bush rounds out the top five at 9%. As for Carson, on Meet the Press, he was asked, should a president's faith matter, and should it matter to voters?
If it fits within the realm of America and consistent with the Constitution, no problem.
So do you believe that Islam is consistent with the Constitution?
No, I don't. I do not. I would not advocate that we put a Muslim in charge of this nation. I absolutely would not agree with that.
The other headline out of this new poll is Scott Walker's campaign has essentially collapsed, now with less than 1% support. Gretchen?
Wow. Okay. The White House reacting to all of this today. What'd they say?
Well, here's a sample of some of the other reaction, including that new reaction from the White House.
I think that the bigger concern, and I think, frankly, the most relevant issue here, is the frequency with which significant, influential players in Republican politics continue to countenance these views as they build political support. And that has consequences.
And Texas Senator Ted Cruz out on the campaign trail says the Constitution provides that there should be no religious test for public office, and he's a constitutionalist. It is too early to say what the impact might be on Dr. Carson's campaign. Gretchen?
Mike Emanuel, thank you. Time now for our 2016 Power Index, where we look at who's up and who's down in the race for the White House. Chris Stirewalt, also Fox News digital politics editor and author of Fox News First. He joins me now as he does every Monday. So, Chris, let's get right to your new Power Index. You have Jeb Bush, Ted Cruz, and Donald Trump all holding steady at 1, 2, and 3. Explain, sir.
So the deal is this. The way to think about the race is you got Jeb Bush, who's the establishment favorite. Now, he might lose to Marco Rubio, let's say. He might lose to John Kasich from Ohio. There's somebody who might beat him in that round. And that's entirely possible. So the way to think about it is, though, right now you got Jeb Bush, who's the front runner for the establishment, and you got who is the person most likely to face him when we look ahead to March, when this is all really going to shake out. Right now you have to like Ted Cruz's place in the field. He's raised a ton of money. He has run a diligent effort. He has been out talking to these folks. He may not be ahead of Donald Trump in the polls today, but you have to like his position, or I do. You don't have to. I have to like his position when it comes time to do the stretch run.
So it's kind of like three bowling alleys. They're kind of running parallel, and they are not necessarily going up against one another.
Not yet.
Okay, not yet. Yes, very important. Let's go to your next graphic, because you have Carly Fiorina moving up 2 to number 4. Marco Rubio moves up 3 to number 5. Ben Carson down 1 spot to number 6. Is this all because of the debate performances?
Well, the Power Index, to be fair, has been bullish on Carly Fiorina's chances for a long time. Yes, she had a great debate performance. Now the question is, can she turn it into a solid vote share? Will this be a flavor of the month? Or can she turn this into the real thing? Build out the organization, number 1, but number 2, demonstrate the solidity with supporters so that it's not just, oh, I thought she had a good debate. So we'll see what happens now. Marco Rubio has been in a long-standing struggle with Scott Walker to be the viable conservative alternative. Right. Scott Walker is no bueno for Scott Walker. It has been a rough time. He's going to try to reboot, focus on Iowa. But right now, Marco Rubio, good debate performance, and clear in this lane for the guy who can outlast Jeb Bush and be there at the end.
Okay, now, to wrap it up, John Kasich, you have him up 2 to number 7. Number 8, Scott Walker down 3. Number 9, Rand Paul up 1. Chris Christie down 1 to number 10. Got a lot of math going on here, Chris.
A lot of math. We had a couple weeks off, so we got to bring it back. We got to sort them things out. And the one I would point to there that is interesting is Rand Paul. You saw him in that debate focus on libertarian issues, the kinds of things that made his dad popular. I think we'll see him returning to his base, and it won't be the last time you hear the phrase cannabis oil.
We heard that the other night. Chris Starwell, can you spell it? See you around. See you next week. Thanks.
You bet.